I am super excited to come your way. My name is Ekowashen, and tonight is going to be a wonderful night. 3 ways to make a lot of money in Ghana. 3 ways that you are going to make a lot of money in Ghana. There are a lot of money in Africa. There are a lot of money in Ghana. But we have been trained and we have been brainwashed not to believe that there is money in Ghana. The money is in Ghana. Okay. Now, what we need to understand is that we have been trained to always blame economy, blame government, blame so many things. Okay. But if you want to be successful on this set, you have to stop blaming others. Let me know where you are watching us from. I can see Maria watching. Let me know where you are watching us from, and please share this video. If you are going to succeed, if you are going to make money on this earth, and let me say this, it is good to make money on this earth. It is good to make money. Don't be deceived that you need money to do anything on this earth. You need a lot of money to do anything. And it is not a sin for you to be a billionaire. It is not a sin for you to be a multi-millionaire. It is not a sin. You understand? When you read the Bible, there was Lazarus in the Bible. He was very poor. And there was a rich man in the Bible. He was very rich. The rich man went to hell. And Lazarus went to heaven. Lazarus went to heaven or paradise not because he was poor. Lazarus went to paradise because of what? He was a righteous person, but he was poor on this earth. The rich man went to hell not because he had a lot of money. He went to hell because he loved his money. Okay, so having a lot of money is not a crime. Making money on this earth is something that you need to learn, and that is one of the things that you need to know. Okay, so you hear people always saying that there is no money, the economy is hard. I want to leave the shores of Ghana. I want to travel outside. Sometimes people pay huge sums of money to connection men so that this connection man can take them to America or Europe or any developed country. But the people who are complaining that the economy is hard, the people who are complaining that things are not working in Ghana, they can have like 20,000 Ghana cedis, 30,000 Ghana cedis, and give that money to connection men so that the connection men will take them outside the country or will take them to abroad. You understand? Does it make sense? Does it make sense that you are saying that the economy, or you don't have money, or there's nothing good in Ghana, but you can live in this country and save like 30,000 Ghana cedis, like 20,000 Ghana cedis, and give it to a connection man for that connection man to send you outside the country? Listen to me. When you go to Europe, you go to America, you don't plug money from trees. There is money in Ghana than America, than Europe. Let us begin to work on our brain. Let us begin to think. Money is everywhere. Money does not have any geographical location. Money does not have any geographical location. You don't have to travel to America for you to be a millionaire. Money does not have any geographical location. And I've said, and I'll continue to say, that the headquarters of money is not in America. Or the headquarters of money is not America or Europe. Money is a product of your mind. Money is a product of what? Of your mind. So if you want to be successful, if you want to be rich, you need to do certain things to be rich. Unfortunately, some of the people, about 95% of the people are coming from poor background, and they have been conditioned, and they have been programmed to think in a certain way. They have been programmed to think in a certain direction. But tonight, what I'm going to do is to reposition your thinking. What I'm going to do is for you to think that you can live in Africa, you can live in Ghana and make a lot of money in Africa or make a lot of money in Ghana. It is possible. You see, I said earlier on that money is a product of your mind. Money is a product of your mind. Success and poverty has its origin. And its origin is your mind. You can never have a poor mindset and be successful. You can never have a successful mindset and be poor. Okay, so you need, when it comes to the issues of money, you need to position your thinking in a certain pedestal, in a certain way, for you to be able to accumulate a lot of money. So, Africa, we are blessed with so much resources. We are blessed with all the materials, all the raw materials. We are blessed with bauxite, gold, diamond, aluminum, everything. But listen to me. You have been taught in the bad way to see this continent as a bad continent. So that when I talk to some of my friends outside the country, they will tell you that why do they have to move to Ghana? In Ghana, we don't have any infrastructure. The infrastructures are very bad. We don't have good roads. We don't have good hospitals. We don't have good schools. You understand? So why do they have to come to Ghana? But let me tell you something. When you are watching me tonight, you need to upgrade your thinking and you need to change your thinking for you to see greatness in your life. Now, number one, 3 ways to make a lot of money in Ghana. Number one, if you want to make good money in Ghana, number one, discover what the masses are not doing. If you want to make good money in Ghana, if you want to make a lot of money in Ghana, discover what the masses are not doing. Okay, so in Africa, in Ghana, the masses believe so much in schooling. The masses believe that you cannot succeed, you cannot prosper without going to the university. The masses believe so much that you need to sit at the office, you need to work at the office before you can be great or before you can be successful. So about 95% or 98% of the people on this in this country are looking for white-collar job. About these people, they are looking for the government to employ them. That is why most of the people in Africa, they would follow a political party, because they believe that if a certain president or they believe that if a certain man comes to power, they are going to have financial freedom. If a certain man wins the election, he is going to create job. It is a lie. It is a lie. These MPs, whatever that they are saying that when I come in your constituency, I'm going to create job, it is not true. Take the records and take our history from independence till now. How many factories? All this government that they have, this MPP and NDC, how many factories have they been able to build in Ghana? So when they are telling you that vote for me and I'll make this country a rich country, when they are saying that vote for me and I'll make unemployment a thing of the past, it is a lie. It is not true. No politician can change your financial status. No political party can change your financial status. So the majority of the people are rooting for a certain political party. The majority of the people are rooting for a certain government. The majority of the people are rooting for a certain man to come to power before they believe that they can succeed. Majority are believing that they have to go to the government sector before they can succeed. So if you want to make a lot of money in Ghana, you have to reverse your thinking. Don't go in that direction. Don't go the way that the masses are going. Don't go in the direction that the masses are going. I said that the masses are going to that direction. The masses believe that they have to work at the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Finance, or where do you work? I work at the Stanbic Bank. Where do you work? Or I work with GBC. Where do you work? They believe in that. So if you want to make money, a lot of money in Ghana, think about them one. How can you set up your own business? How can you employ yourself? How can you employ yourself? You think that you need so much money before you can employ yourself, you can start a business. You think that if someone did not help you, you cannot create a business. You believe so much in that paper called certificate. You believe that you can only succeed with that paper. And I'm saying it is not true. So stop thinking about how the masses are thinking. You see, there are millions hides in every business. Millions hides in tomato business. Millions hides in pepper business. Millions hides in salt business. Millions hides in charcoal business. Millions hides in coconut business. Millions hides in cabbage business. It depends on your approach. Your approach to that business. So millions hides in every business. But some people will go into that particular business and they cannot be millionaires. They cannot be great because of their mindset. Because of their mindset. So shift your mindset, shift your thinking from looking for somebody to employ you. Change your mindset from looking for a government to come in and create job for you. Reverse your thinking from looking for help from somebody. And ask yourself that, what is it that I have? What is it that I have? And how can I start my own business? Listen to me. When you go to Uganda, when Idi Amin came to power in Uganda, all the businesses, about 50,000 Asians, Indians, they were in control of every business in Uganda. And these Asians were paying all the taxes. The economy of Uganda depended on, at that time, it was the Asians, it was these Indians that was the economy. And what? They hold the banks everywhere. And Idi Amin gave them 90 days. That why is it that we live in our own country and at the end of the day we are not successful? Why do we live in our own country that foreigners have taken over our businesses? So he took the business, or he took the business from these white people, and he sacked them from the country. He gave them 90 days to leave the country. Now, among these people, 6,000 went to Canada. And this 6,000 that went to Canada, what they did was that they started working in the factory. So when they started working in the factory, they later bought those places that they were working in Canada. I'm talking about these Indians. They started buying those factories, those companies in what? In Canada. Because they had that mindset. That mindset, okay, of what? Of not looking for a job. Mindset of what? Employing themselves. So they bought those businesses in Canada. Now, when Museveni came to power, he called all these Indians to come back and take their businesses. And few of them came. So when the few came, one guy who was in Uganda, that when Idi Amin sacked them from the country, he went to Britain. This guy came back to Uganda, and now this guy is the richest man in Uganda. What do I want to say? What I want to say is very simple. Let us believe in ourselves. Let us believe that we can also do it in our own country. Let us believe that we can also create jobs. We can also create businesses. Let us have that kind of mindset. Let us have that kind of mentality. Because the Asians will come to Ghana. The Lebanese will come to Ghana. They come to Ghana without looking for jobs. They come to Ghana with the mindset of what? Looking for business opportunities. So why is it that we live in Ghana and we cannot employ ourselves? Why is it that 3 people, 4 people, or 5 people cannot come together, okay, and start a business? Why is it that friends cannot come together and build an empire? Why is that friends cannot come together and they say that we are going to start this business? Why is it so? Why is it so? Now, I want to challenge your thinking. So, the first thing that I said was that don't follow the multitude. Don't follow what the others are doing and try to do your own thing by creating employment, employing yourself. Employ yourself. Number 2, if you are going to make a lot of money in Ghana, then you need to understand this. Whenever people are complaining, that is an opportunity for you. Everything that people are complaining about is a business. Everything. You see, when it comes to money, when it comes to setting up a business, money is the last thing that you are supposed to think about. Money is the last thing that you are supposed to think about. I was watching a video about this billionaire. He's the youngest billionaire in the world. He comes from India. This boy, he comes from a poor home. 26 years. He comes from a poor home. But today, he owns 44,000 hotels. 44,000 hotels in India. How did he start? He started by going to a certain company, a certain hotel, that the hotel was not functioning. People were not patronizing the hotel. He went there with no money and negotiated with the people or with the owner of that hotel. And what he did was that he started changing the bulbs, changing the beds, changing the bed sheet, changing so many things. And at the end of the day, he started and he took pictures of what? Of the hotels, of the beds and everything, pictures in that hotel. He painted the whole place and he put it on social media. He put it on the internet. And within few days, people started patronizing the hotel. And this guy did the same thing. And he signed so many contracts. And today, he owns 44,000 hotels. 44,000 hotels in India. And he is 26 years of age. Comes from what? India. From a poor home. India is a third world country. Let me tell you something for you to understand. If today is your first time watching me, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this page. And please share this video. Listen to me. You can never prosper or you can never be creative by what? By complaining. You can never be creative by complaining. You see, you need to, when you live in Africa, when you live in Ghana, you need to allow your senses, you need to allow your mind, your left side of the brain and the right side of the brain. You have to allow the two sides of the brain to work. Unfortunately, in Africa, we use only the left side of our brain. We don't use the right side of our brain. So if you live in Africa, allow both sides of your brain. Allow the brain to work. Let the brain sweat. Let the brain function. And you are going to be great. The third thing that will make you rich in Ghana is that think about how you can go into manufacturing. Think about how you can go into manufacturing. Think about how you can produce something. Africa continent or Ghana, because we are a third world country, our purchasing power is so high. We consume because we are a consuming nation. We consume, but we don't produce. So when you are talking to people, they always think about how they can import something. The masses are thinking about how they can import something from China, Europe, or whatever to the country. Now, listen to me. All the great men in this country, they are into manufacturing. The great men in this country, the billionaires and the multimillionaires in this country, are producing something here in Ghana. They are not. Buying and selling is not a good business. If you are into buying and selling, and let's say you are importing things from outside the country, whenever the dollar is up, you find yourself wanting. You find yourself wanting. So, what can you produce here in Ghana? What can you produce here in Ghana? The youth, they don't love farming. The youth does not want to go into agriculture. The youth does not want to go into, let's say, maize farm. The youth does not want to go into what? Into planting of plantain. The youth does not want to go into planting of a coconut. The youth does not want to go into planting of what? Cocoa. The youth does not want to go into agriculture. The youth does not want to go into poultry farm. The youth does not want to go into animal rearing. They don't want it because they hate it. They don't like it. They don't love it. Why don't you think about how you can start a farming business? A farming business. Like maize farm. Like cassava farm. Plantain farm. Poultry farm. Why don't you think about that? Why don't you think about that? It is not about money. It is not about money. Stop thinking about money. Stop saying that I need money before I can start this. Stop saying that. Allow your brain to work. If you need money to start a certain business, on your phone, you have about 500 contacts on your phone. On your phone, you have about 500 contacts on your phone. All these 500 contacts on your phone, money hides in them. Money are in their bank account. Money are in their pocket. Money are in what? They have money in their bags. All these 500 people. Why don't you look for, you have the idea. Why don't you look for somebody, a business-minded person, and sit with him? You see, one of the things that Africa, we don't like is partnership. We always want to be bossy. We always want to be boss. Oh yes, the owner of so and so. You go to America, you go to Europe, you see people coming together, owning businesses. But in here, the Ghana man, the Ghanaians don't want to come together to do something. So you have a business plan. So you want to go to maize farming. You want to go to cassava farm. Fantastic. Go to the village. When you go to village, these villages, land, all the lands are so cheap over there. See somebody and negotiate with the person that I am going to plant this is your land. what I'm going to do is that I want, let's say, 10 acres of your land. What I'm going to do is that I don't have physical cash. What I'm going to do is that we are going to plant cassava. We are going to plant plantain. But this plantain that we are going to plant, you are going to take 3 acres. You are going to take 3 acres. 3 acres of from this what? Plantain, this cassava farm. You are going to take what? 2 acres. You are going to take 3 acres, 4 acres, whatever. Negotiate. You see, negotiation is a skill that if you are a business person, you need to learn how to negotiate with people. Listen, you don't always need money to start something. You need to learn how to negotiate. Read books about negotiation. Negotiate with people. Master, you have this land. I have this plan to cultivate 10 cassava farm or 10 maize farm. So give me this 10 acres. Okay. What we are going to do is that I am going to plant it, but you are going to receive 3 acres. It's for you. That is your pay. So let's go and sign the paper. I'm going to take the land for 10 years. Deal. Because that man in that village, the farm, the land is there, but he doesn't have money to plant that cassava. He doesn't have money to go into that kind of big farm. So negotiation is the key that you need. Go into manufacturing. The tomato seller has been selling tomatoes every day at the market. She has never thought of how this tomato can be turned into what? Tomato ketchup. The farmer who has been producing tomatoes for so many years has never thought of how he can process these tomatoes into what? Into tomato ketchup. The cassava farmer has never thought of how he is going to process his cassava to starch, to gari, and to so many things. They have never thought of that. So you need to be a creative person. Bring creativity to the marketplace. Yes. Think about how. What can you produce? I am saying that a Chinese man will come here. A Lebanese, the Lebanese will come here. Go to Lebanon. Lebanon is not a good place to be because the Hezbollah, this terrorist group Hezbollah, they have been fighting in Lebanon. But these guys will come here and they will make money here in Ghana because they have Arabs, they have a mind. Our Arabs, they are into trading. They have the mindset of what? Doing their own business. So they will come and they will take one store. They will take this store, doing small business, petty trading. By the time that you realize he's into manufacturing. So think about what you can produce. Think about what you can start. Start small. Start small. Many of you are looking for 100,000 Ghana cedis to start a business. Some of you are looking for 20,000 Ghana cedis to start a business. Some of you are looking for big money to start. No, you need small amount of money. So there's so much money in Ghana, so much money here in Ghana, in Africa. Open your eyes, open your mind. I have said that here in Ghana or Africa, we are now constructing our roads, our schools, everything. We are now. So. You see, Zoom Lion, Joseph Sian at Japan. Joseph Sian at Japan. When he came into this garbage business, it was not new. He started picking trash from people's home. They will come to your home, they will come and pick your boiler, they will come and pick your trash, they will come and pick it, you pay them money. He started it small. He started this small. He started it. And gradually, and today, Zoom Lion, I think he has 64 companies and still counting. And he is into 6 countries on this African continent. But this guy does not have any university certificate. This guy comes from a poor home. So how can somebody who is coming from a same area, a poor home, how can this guy all of a sudden becomes what? A multi-millionaire in Ghana? Think. If you are a graduate and you are not working, if you are a graduate and you would think that working for the government is the only way, you are joking. If you are home and you think that looking for somebody to employ you is the key, then it means you are a lazy person. Lazy people always look for job because they cannot think. You've been home for 4 years, you've been home for 5 years, you've been home for 6 years, you are not working, and you are expecting somebody to employ you before you can work. How? A lady in US, she is what? A real estate developer. And within this lockdown, she was able to generate $50,000. $50,000 from Shito. $50,000 from Shito. Shito, you are here. There are so many stores in Accra. There are so many stores in Ghana. There are so many shops in Accra, in Ghana. Why don't you sit down and begin to think like this 25-year lady in America? A Ghanaian lady in America. She was able to produce 50,000 cash from Shito. Since he started real estate, she has never seen that amount of money before. I want to challenge your thinking. Let me tell you something. Money hides in people. Money hides in problems. And we have a lot of problems in Africa. So reinvent yourself. Reinvent yourself. You need a new attitude towards problem. You need a new approach in solving problem. It is good. Thank God that you are not working for anybody. Thank God if you've lost your job. Thank God this is an opportunity for you. If you've lost your job, this is an opportunity for you. Thank God if you are not working. This is an opportunity for you to start a business. Start a business. Whether it is what? Plantain chips. Start it. If you can fry plantain chips, start it. I lived in Ashaliboche some time ago. There was this lady who operates a provision shop. And some way, somehow, the shop collapsed because her husband died. And this lady started frying of what? Plantain chips. And she took the market within Ashaliboche where I lived. She was the one who was what? Supplying plantain chips to the shops over there. And she was making money from plantain chips alone. She was making money from plantain chips alone. You are a young guy and you believe you are not working. A young guy, do you think that a young guy, you cannot go into plantain chips? Young guy, fry the plantain chips and you see, put on your tie, you go to Cantamanto and look for suit and wear the suit, present yourself, bring certain kind of brand, bring certain kind of dress. Go to Katamanto and go and buy some seed, force. Fry your plantain chips. Look for where there are a lot of traffic. And put your plantain chips there and begin to sell. You see, the way you've even dressed would attract people to buy your plantain chips. Yes, I know what I'm talking about. 3 ways to make money in Ghana. You can make a lot of money in Ghana, my sister. Brother, you can make a lot of money if your mind is working. Stop looking for a job. Stop thinking that you need somebody to employ you before you can succeed. Never. Stop looking for a job. Stop thinking if you get one, okay. But if you are not working, this is an opportunity for you. Opportunity for you if you can start plantain chips. Go and buy plantain. Start making of plantain chips. They will buy. Kenke. I know someone in Medina. She is into kenke business. Because her kenke is very nice. And because the fish is very nice and the pepper is nice. She has so many kenke joints. So many kenke joints. Around Medina and Ashaliboche, whatever, going to America House. So many kenke. They come there and they buy the kenke. And she has designed a particular table. That she will give you the table. You have to sell the kenke. Listen, let us begin to think Africa. Let us begin to think. Let us begin to use the mind that God has given us. If the Asians can succeed here, if Americans can succeed here, if Europeans can succeed here on this continent, let us